Hello students, today in this video we discuss about chemical bond. In any chemical compound, atoms are present. These atoms are binded by certain force of attraction, and therefore we define the chemical bond as the force of attraction which bind atoms in the molecule is called chemical bond. And here today we define chemical bond, different types of chemical bond, and how these chemical bonds are formed. At first we define what is chemical bond. Here this chemical bond chapter belong to chemistry of class 9, and here we define it as a class 9. The name of topic is classification of elements. In previous video we described about matter, atoms, compound, molecule, molecular formula, and then also we discuss about molecular weight. And here today we describe about chemical bond. That chemical bond is the force of attraction which bind atoms in the molecule of the compound. Is called chemical bond. Here we should know about that atom is unstable in nature, not found in free state. Why? Because its outermost orbit remains incomplete. Therefore, it tries to remain in stable state. In that state, it remains, it loses energy, and to minimize its energy or to exist in minimum energy state and maximum stability, generally it has tendency to react. Atoms are try to remains in duplet or octet state, and therefore before describing about chemical bond we discuss about what is duplet and octet rule. At first, duplet rule. The tendency of an atom to attain 2 electrons in its K cell, or that K cell remains in valence cell. When K cell is valence cell, then it try to complete 2 electrons, is called duplet. And the process of filling two electrons in K cell of an atom is called duplet rule. Generally, it try to complete K cell by two electrons. Therefore, while writing our atom try to attain in a duplet state to gain its stability. And what are the example of duplet state? Helium. In helium, two electrons found in first cell, K cell, and it is inert in nature. Or generally atom try to achieve that duplet state either by losing or gaining electrons, and in that state it has a stable configuration. Lithium plus, that is duplet state. Other we can write Be plus plus. Lithium when lose one electron, then it attains duplet configuration. Other is here octet rule. The tendency of an atom to fill or to attain 8 electrons in its valence cell, and here valence cell should be except K cell, and here we write except K cell is called octet, and the process of filling 8 electrons in valence cell of an atom is called octet rule. When 8 electrons get completely filled in outermost cell or valence cell, then it attains electronic configuration of nearest inert gases and behaves like a inactive. In that state, its atoms are found in most stable and minimum energy level and having no tendency to react. And due to that duplet and octet rule, atom try to achieve nearest or electronic configuration of nearest inert gases, either by losing electrons or by gaining electrons. And due to that unstable nature of atom causes it has tendency to react and form chemical bond with other atoms due to formation of compound. Therefore, here we define chemical bond as the attraction force found between the atoms in the molecule of compound is called a chemical bond. That chemical bond is formed by mainly two ways. It is formed by, at first way is here either loss of electrons, when atom lose electron or transfer electron from one atoms to another atoms, then chemical bond is formed, or gain of electron. When at one atom in a compound lose electrons, then another gain electron. And in this way, transfer of electron from one atom to another atom causes opposite electrostatic attraction force get developed. That force is known as chemical bond. Another way is here by sharing of electrons. When atoms can't lose or neither lose nor gain electrons, on that condition, sharing of electrons takes place between two atoms. And in this way also, attraction force between atoms get developed, which is known as chemical bond. And by these two processes, chemical bond is formed and compound exists. And now we discuss about types of chemical bond. The question asked like how chemical bond is formed. The chemical bond is formed either by losing electrons or by gaining electrons. Other way of formation of chemical bond is by sharing of electrons. And on the basis of type of attraction force between atoms in the compound, chemical bond is mainly classified into three types. Types of chemical bond are given. First type of chemical bond is electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond is also called ionic bond. Listen. And that type of chemical bond which is formed by transfer of electrons. Transfer of electrons means one atom lose electron and another gains. Such type of chemical bond is called electrovalent bond. And here we define the chemical bond formed by transfer of electrons from one atom to another. Is called electrovalent bond or ionic bond. Generally, ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. Why? Because metal have tendency to lose electrons and non-metals have tendency to gain electrons. And here we write it is formed between metals and non-metals. And due to opposite or electrostatic force of attraction or due to attraction force between opposite charge causes, it is stronger in nature or needs more energy to break it. And here it is stronger in nature. As for example, in sodium chloride such type of bond is found. In magnesium chloride such type of bond is found. In potassium bromide such type of bond is found. In calcium iodide such type of bond is found. These all compounds in which one is metal and another is non-metal. Then which type of chemical bond is present in it? Electrovalent or ionic bond. ionic bond, and how that ionic bond is formed, that explained with example. Here we explain few example, and in rest all compounds similar type of transformation of electrons takes place. As for example, in sodium chloride, how chemical bond is formed? That sodium chloride is formed between Na plus and Cl minus. And here we draw a structure of sodium. In first cell, 2 electrons are found. In second cell, 8 electrons are found. And in third cell, only 1 electron is found. And to attain octet state, it loses electrons. And in chloride here, in first cell, 2 electrons found. In second cell, 8 electrons are found. In third cell, only 7 electrons are found. It is electronic configuration. Listen, it is called sodium and here chloride. To attain octet state, it loses electron, transferred electron. Listen, and here we write, now it becomes positively charged. When chlorine gain electron, it becomes negatively charged. In this way, there exists opposite charge between sodium and chlorine. That charge is invisible, and here it is called sodium chloride. And in this way, due to transfer of electron causes, here electrovalent bond is formed. As for example, here we describe aluminum chloride. In aluminum here, 2, 8, in second cell 8 electrons are found. In third cell, listen, 3 electrons are found. It is now aluminum. And here we draw chloride. 2 electrons. In second, 8 electrons. In third, 7 electrons. And here in aluminum chloride, 3 chlorine is there, and here we should draw 3 chlorine. Also we can draw electrons present in outermost cell only also. That is called Lewis structure or dot structure. This and this represent same. Here there is no role of inner electrons present in chemical bonding, therefore no need to write. Directly we can write electrons present in valence cell also. Here also we can write chloride. Chloride contains 7 electrons, or chlorine contains 7 electrons in its valence cell. And here transfer of electron takes place. Here also transfer of electron takes place. Here also transfer of electron. Third electron is drawn here. Transfer of electron takes place. And in this way, what we found that when aluminum loses 3 electrons, then its octet complete. and this chlorine gain one electron, then octet of chlorine get completed, and in this way Al plus 3 charge get developed and 3Cl minus charge get developed, and which is called AlCl3 or aluminum chloride. Aluminum chloride is formed in this way. And the compound which has electrovalent bond in it, or the compound in which electrovalent bond is present, is called electrovalent compound. And here we write electrovalent bond or electrovalent compound. Listen. The compound having electrovalent bond are called electrovalent compound or ionic compound. Ionic bond or electrovalent bond is stronger in nature, therefore electrovalent compounds are stable. Needs more energy to break, therefore high melting and boiling point found in electrovalent bond. Next type of chemical bond that we discuss is covalent bond. That covalent bond is formed by sharing of electrons between atoms, and the chemical bond formed by sharing of electrons between atoms is called covalent bond. That covalent bond is generally formed between non-metals, and here we write it is formed between non-metals and weaker than electrovalent bond. Covalent bond is weaker than electrovalent bond. Why? Because in electrovalent bond, the chemical bond is formed between opposite charge particles. Therefore, more energy need to break it and stronger in nature, having high melting and boiling points. But covalent bond is just formed by sharing of electron between non-metals, and it is weaker than electrovalent bond. And the compound having covalent bond are called covalent compound. As for example, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, ammonia, water, hydrogen sulfide, etc. Such type of compounds, these are called chlorine homoatomic, like a chlorine, bromine, iodine. These are homoatomic, heteroatomic, and between non-metals here sharing of electron takes place between oxygen and carbon atom. And here we draw how chemical or covalent bond is formed. At first, here in homoatomic molecule, like in a hydrogen molecule. Listen, H2 represent about two atoms of hydrogen when chemical bond formed by sharing of electron or two atom of hydrogen form compound, it is called hydrogen gas. And simply H represent hydrogen atom. H2 is stable and H is unstable, atomic form of hydrogen. And here in hydrogen, how we draw, listen here, only needed to draw valence electron, hydrogen having one electron, another hydrogen having one electron, and here it has only one shell, therefore try to complete duplet state and share one electron of another hydrogen. By same way, this hydrogen also share electrons, and in this way the chemical bond is formed by sharing of electron, which is called covalent bond. In hydrogen, one pair of electrons are shared. In nitrogen, valency is 3, therefore 3 pairs of electrons are shared. 3 of one nitrogen and 3 electrons of another. In oxygen, valency of oxygen is 2, therefore 2 pairs of electrons are shared. Here we draw one structure between oxygen and nitrogen, and rest all homoatomic molecules having identical structure. And then we discuss about heteroatomic molecules. Next example is here, second, suppose nitrogen. Nitrogen having 3 electrons in valence shell, 1, 2, 3. Another nitrogen having same number of electrons, listen, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. Nitrogen contains 7, in first shell 2 electrons, in second shell 5, 5 to 7, and here 5 are valence electrons. Every nitrogen needs 3 more electrons to complete octet, and it shares 3 electrons of another nitrogen. Here also 3 electrons shared, and in this way nitrogen triple bond is formed between nitrogen and nitrogen atom in nitrogen gas, and due to that stronger triple bond causes nitrogen is inactive gas. Inactive means what? We know that generally not take part in chemical reaction like other gases or other molecules. And here we draw another heteroatomic, as for example CH4 methane. In methane, carbon and 4 hydrogens are found, and here we draw 4 hydrogen. Only here we draw valence electron because there is no role of electrons present inside then valence shell. Carbon having 4 electrons, it needs 4 more to complete octet and share 4 electrons of 4 hydrogen. Hydrogen having only 1 electron, it needs 1 more and share 1 electron of carbon. Every hydrogen atom share 1 electrons of hydrogen, and in this way octet of carbon get completed, duplet of hydrogen get completed, and which is known as covalent bond formed between methane. Our bonding structure can be shown by CHHH. Now it is called methane. By same way we can draw water molecule, carbon dioxide, yes, ammonia, and here we draw one more molecule, heteroatomic molecule like a H2O, hydrogen. Here less number of oxygen is there in water molecule, therefore firstly we draw oxygen. 2 hydrogen are present and hydrogen having 1 valency. These one single electrons for 2 hydrogen atom to share. another here 2, 4, 6. Oxygen having 6 valence electrons. Hydrogen having only one valence electrons. Only one valence electrons. And in this way, oxygen share one electron with each hydrogen and complete its octet. Hydrogen share one electron with oxygen. Each hydrogen share one electrons with oxygen. And in this way, hydrogen's duplet get fulfilled, oxygen's octet get fulfilled, and which is known as OH, H chemical bond or water molecule. In this way, we can draw covalent bond present in covalent molecules. After that, covalency. Covalency is related to covalent bond formation capacity, and here number of electrons involved in formation of covalent bond is called covalency. As for example, in methane, covalency of carbon is, here draw that here, in carbon form two bond with here or share 4 electrons, their covalency of carbon is 4. And in this way, number of electrons shared by atoms in covalent bond formation is called covalence. Third type of covalent bond is here, or chemical bond is coordinate bond, or coordinate covalent bond also we can write, or simply coordinate bond also we can write. Why? Because coordinate bond is a special type of covalent bond in which general covalent bonds are also formed, or at any place a special one-sided sharing of electrons takes place, and such type of bond is called coordinate bond or covalent bond. And here the special type of covalent bond formed by one-sided sharing is called coordinate bond or coordinate covalent bond. As for example, in sulfuric acid, which bond is present, coordinate covalent bond. In phosphoric acid, which bond is present, coordinate bond. Similarly, in sodium carbonate, suppose, which bond is present, when compound radicals are there, then generally coordinate covalent bond is present. Like in ammonium radical, which here bond is found, coordinate bond. In NH4 ammonium chloride, which bond is present, here coordinate bond. And how we draw a structure of coordinate bond or bonding of coordinate bond, that is, here it contains both type of bond, covalent bond and special type of covalent bond or coordinate bond also. As for example, see here in H2SO4 we draw how coordinate bond is formed or covalent bond is formed in here. Here the number of sulfur is least, and therefore here we draw sulfur. 4 oxygen are there. In 4 side of sulfur we draw 4 oxygen. 2 hydrogen are there. and we draw hydrogen and at any two sides. Number of electrons in hydrogen is 1. Number of electrons in oxygen is 6. Valence electrons are only here 2, 4, 6. Here also 2, 4, 6. Here also 2, 4, 6. Here we imagine that oxygen share one electron to hydrogen and one to sulfur. Therefore, here we write 2 electron in both sides. Here also same way. Here these two type or two bond are formed by one-sided sharing. Therefore, we write all electrons in one side. And then sulfur having also 6 electrons, 4, 5, 6. They are imbalanced. And now we complete duplet and octet state. Sulfur share 1 electrons of 2 hydrogen atom, 2 oxygen atoms, sorry, and here octet of sulfur fulfilled. That oxygen share 1 electron from hydrogen, 1 from here sulfur, and its octet get fulfilled. Hydrogen share 1 electron of hydrogen, 1 electron of oxygen, duplet get completed. Here also duplet get completed. That oxygen complete octet by sharing 1 electron from sulfur and 1 from hydrogen. After that, these two electrons needs electrons of sulfur, but sulfur having no need. Therefore, it donate electron, pairs of electron to both oxygen. And what we found that two type of bond is here formed. One is general covalent bond by mutual sharing. Another is coordinate bond by one-sided sharing, which is denoted by arrow. And here bond formed is here coordinate bond. Also we can write by double line. Why? Because two electrons are transferred or shared. Then oxygen, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, which is called molecular structure or chemical bonding present in H2SO4. In this way, we can draw coordinate bond present in phosphoric acid, nitric acid, sodium carbonate, ammonium radical. In the next video, we discuss more. Thank you.